If you think that you need 10K followers, a big audience, loads of engagement, lots of platforms to be signing one-to-one clients, I'm gonna prove you wrong in this video. And I'm gonna share the story of one of my one-to-one clients who started signing her first one-to-one clients with literally less than 100 followers and with just one platform. And years later, she still has under 500 followers, still posts just on one platform consistently, and still in the last month alone, she has signed multiple one-to-one clients. So today we're gonna do some myth busting on why it's not actually true that you need more people in your audience or you need more engagement to be signing one-to-one clients. I'm gonna share with you the story of how this client actually got this result, how she was able to sign so many one-to-one clients with this really small audience, what were the strategies she utilized, what worked and what didn't, so you can take this away for your own business, no matter how big your audience is, and start actually signing clients with the audience you already have. And I'm gonna share with you the big takeaways on why actually having a small audience can be really helpful and beneficial for you. So there is this huge myth in the online space that if you have a bigger audience, it's easier for you to sign clients. And that is really not true. I have met some people with literally hundreds of thousands of people in their audience who are struggling to sign one-to-one clients, who are really finding that challenging. However, on the flip side of that, this client that I mentioned, she had under 100 people in her audience and was able to sign multiple one-to-one clients at this level. So again, this is not necessarily a true thing, and actually having more people in your audience doesn't by default equal that it's gonna be easier to sign one-to-one clients, that we're gonna get more one-to-one clients or anything like that. So actually a lot of people right now, if you're sitting there and you're thinking, okay, I need to focus on audience growth, I just need more people in my space, more ideal clients, I guarantee you have at least one ideal client right now in your audience who is lurking in that space, who hasn't signed up yet, who actually, if we just really focused on the right strategies to sell this offer, we could actually sign a client from the really small audience you might already have. Now, I want to talk about this specifically through the lens of one-to-one clients, because this could not be more true when it comes to one-to-one, that actually your audience size does not matter. I don't care whether you have 50 people in your audience or whether you have 50,000 people in your audience. One is not going to be easier to sign clients than the other for one-to-one specifically. Now, it would be different if you had a course business and you had this low ticket course and you were really relying on volume, then of course having the volume in the audience makes a lot of sense. But for one-to-one programs, realistically for a lot of us, if we could just sign a few clients and have a few clients, that would be kind of life-changing. That would be really huge for you. Most people are going to say, okay, I'm capped out and I'm fully booked with my one-to-one program at maybe 6 clients, maybe 8 clients, somewhere around there. But the point is, we're not looking for more than we have fingers, we're not looking for dozens of these clients. We're not looking for hundreds of people, so we don't need hundreds of people in our audience. We need the right people in our audience, of course, and that's where, putting out content comes in really nicely. But actually, we don't need a lot of people. We just need to find the small amount of people in the pool, no matter how big that pool is right now. And again, even if you have an audience of 50 people, if you're saying, okay, 5 one-to-one clients would be life-changing for me, that's 10% of people. Could you realistically think that 10% of your audience right now, if you have 50 followers, for example, are ideal clients? Again, if you have 100 followers, can you realistically say that 5% of those people are ideal clients? The answer is probably yes. If you've been posting the right type of content, if you've been growing a really aligned audience, the answer is probably yes, that you do have some of those potential ideal clients in your audience. We just need to find those people and actually use the right strategies to sell to them. So that's what we're gonna be sharing today, of what has actually worked for this client, what's worked really well, what's been really effective, and essentially do a case study breakdown for you of what we did together to get her this result and keep her getting this result of, even when her audience has been, growing slowly over the years and she still has under 500 people in her audience and is just really posting on one platform consistently, she's still able to sign one-to-one clients from there. So as I shared, this is one of my one-to-one clients who I've been working with for a few years now. And when we first started working together, this is the point I want to really talk about, because she had under 100 followers and she had never signed a one-to-one client before when we first started working together literally years ago. Now, a lot of people in that position would be saying, okay, I need to grow my audience. I need to just focus on that before I can sell anything. But actually through our work together, we really focused on the conversion piece and on building those connections with the people already inside her audience. Because the biggest asset that you have right now, if you have a small audience, is that you have a small audience. You have a small group of people. So actually it's really easy for you to build personal connections and reach out to and connect with all of those people, maybe even a good majority of those people you can build relationships with, versus it's really difficult to do that if you have 10,000 followers to actually get each person connected with you, and your engagement's going to be lower by default just because we have more people in the audience. So actually looking at the people already in your space and thinking, how can I engage and nurture the heck out of those people and just provide real value through free resources, through the content I'm putting out, make sure I'm aware of what each person is struggling with, what they're really looking for, what they'd love to see me talk more about. Actually becoming hyper aware of your audience and really connecting with those people is such a good strategy. And this is one that this client really utilized. And we decided to really focus on quality over quantity with her, especially again, knowing that she has a one-to-one program. She's looking for one-to-one clients specifically. We don't need a whole host. If she could get 3, that would be absolutely incredible for her, right? If we could get 6, that would be almost fully booked for her. So actually knowing that, we really focused on the quality over the quantity of those clients. And with this, we created just a really simple system of where people would come in towards working with her. A really simple freebie that we knew was a no-brainer, again, because we could have those conversations with the ideal clients. Because the audience is so small and we can get to know everyone so well, we can see where they're at, what they're looking for, etc. So creating a freebie that was really matching their needs and what they were looking for, and had a lot of people then sign up for that. And then from there, a upgrade towards working with her, which felt like a no-brainer and really made sense for those people. And creating that essentially really, really simple funnel towards working with her, that was really based on the conversations she was anyway having with people. And she was able to see what were people really looking for and adapt her messaging, her freebie, her offer around that specifically. So that is the advantage with small audiences. You can't do this if you have a big audience. So actually taking advantage of the fact that you do have a maybe smaller audience right now and fully utilizing that, get to know your people, see what they actually want, and create freebies based on that specifically. And with this, she was able to understand her ideal clients so well that she had such clear messaging that actually it was really easy for people to sign up after she just shared that with them, because it was a no-brainer offer, because she understood her ideal clients so well, because she had a small audience and had really focused on connecting with these people. So again, this is a huge advantage that you can utilize there, and you can kind of apply this no matter how big your audience is, but it's so much more effective if your audience is smaller because you can really get to know people, and then you can get more specific with your messaging, which makes it an easier yes for people to actually sign up for your offers then. Now, another thing we did, which was really intentional, was she wasn't posting a lot on social media. She was really focused on that connections piece because she knew that she had nailed her messaging. She knew that, and we were really able to see this pattern, that actually once she shared her messaging with someone, it was easy for her ideal client to say, oh my gosh, I need that. That's literally what I've been looking for. Where can I sign up? Where can I hear more about this? She knew that that was happening. So actually for her, the focus wasn't necessarily on putting out content for the sake of putting out content. She was doing that still, but much less frequently than a lot of people will. But actually she was really focused on those connections and on connecting with her ideal client and actually sharing about what she did, because she knew that as soon as they heard this messaging, they were going to be sold essentially. And I think so much of the time we forget with social media to actually, firstly, be social. And secondly, that actually these one-to-one connections and conversations are so powerful, especially when it comes to one-to-one programs. For me, for example, that's something I still really prioritize, even though my audience is much bigger than hers. And actually, that's something I prioritize because it is so effective in terms of signing one-to-one clients. Whenever I ask my clients, past or current, why they have signed up to work with me, what was it about me that made them decide to work with me, one of the things they will pretty much always share is the connection they had with me and the fact that we connected, we had a conversation, it felt like I really cared, and we just had a lot of depth in terms of our conversations there. So actually me going out and connecting with those potential clients and just people in my audience is really, really powerful. And I know, and I can literally see the data of why that works for one-to-one clients. So her doing this and really focus on connecting with people and getting to know her ideal client and utilizing, again, the benefits of that small audience really allowed her to not just have messaging that was hitting so well whenever she was posting content, was sharing about her freebie, but also when she was meeting new people and connecting with people, she was able to share what she did. And it's kind of an instant yes if they are her ideal client. And that's such a powerful place to get to in business, because it means that every connection you are making is really, really worthwhile. And we're essentially just getting the most out of every conversation we are having then. And so many people had then decided to work with her very shortly after meeting her. She was able to have a really short amount of conversion time from someone first finding out she exists to actually paying her and deciding to work with her, because she'd nailed this messaging. And part of this was because of this small audience. So in terms of where she is now as well, several years later, we are still working together. So I still have the full picture of where she is. And it's so funny because she still has under 500 people in her audience, which again is still a small audience. And she's really been able to keep up everything which she had been doing several years ago that worked really well. And that is why she is still signing clients. I literally just got a message from her. It's so funny because I scripted this video like a week ago and obviously didn't include this detail because this literally happened yesterday, last night. I got a message from her showing that she had just signed another one-to-one client, which will be her second for the month. And she's got 5 audits now scheduled with potential clients. She's only had a few of those. So again, probably more clients coming from that. But this month alone, signed 2 one-to-one clients, which is absolutely huge with that small audience size. And she's still only really consistently posting on one platform at the moment. So again, it can be really simple. You can have that really small audience and you can still sign one-to-one clients as a result of that. We just need to get the strategies right. And especially with one-to-one programs, these strategies, which I've shared in this video, are so effective. They are proven, they work every single time. So taking on some of these things and bringing these into how you're approaching business, how you're marketing, and how you're selling your one-to-one can be so effective to really seeing a tangible boost in how many people are signing up for your one-to-one. So the big takeaway I want you to take away from this is that you do not need a big audience for real results in your business. You do not need to wait until your audience grows before you can sign one-to-one clients, especially high ticket one-to-one clients. You can sign mid 4-figure clients, 5-figure clients even, from a really small audience size. Your audience size does not matter anywhere near like it used to. It really is not a thing to be thinking about in terms of your ability to sign clients. Yes, of course, try and grow the audience, focus on that. And also don't let that hold you back from selling. Still sell your heart out, still really focus and utilize that small audience while you have it. And again, as I shared, there's a lot of benefits to having that small audience that you just can't really do at scale. So actually focusing on those one-to-one connections and really getting to know your ideal client, that is the thing to do in the small audience stage to really hyper accelerate the number of people signing up and make it so that actually you don't need a big audience in your business, full stop, to be getting really consistent one-to-one clients. Now, this case study is again just such a testament to having really personalized business strategies and having someone to really look over your business and see what is going to work well given your offer, your ideal clients, how you work best, and what you are specifically doing in terms of your business. So that is why I want to talk to you about my one-to-one program as well. I have just a couple of spaces open for the summer. And if you are looking for results just like this, if you are looking to sign more one-to-one clients, if you are looking to get this really consistent with really simple strategy that is actually working and getting you results and allowing you to work less in your business, show up less on platforms, post less, and still get these really big results and still see growth just because we're being more strategic and being more intentional with where your time is going, then I would love to invite you to schedule a free discovery call at the link in the description to chat with me about working one-to-one together. On this call, we will talk about your business, we will talk about what your goals are for 2025 and what you're really looking for support with right now, where you feel like there are any missing pieces in your business. And this call, we will really figure out if we are a good fit to work together, talk about what that could look like, and see whether we could be really good together towards helping you actually achieve your business goals in 2025 in a really simple and freedom first way. So again, I literally only have a couple of spaces open for the rest of the summer. So if you're at all interested, if you're at all curious, go ahead and schedule a free discovery call with me at the link in the description. And I very much look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, if you want to see more client case studies and breakdowns of what were the strategies behind the results that you see me sharing on Instagram, then make sure you give this video a like so I can see that you want me to do more of these client case studies and just really more of these breakdowns, especially for smaller audiences as well. Definitely let me know, and definitely subscribe so you do not miss the new videos every single Monday. I talk all the time about business growth and just simplifying your business journey money and just how to make it easier as an entrepreneur, essentially. So thank you so much for watching again. I will see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and see you in the next one.